Good morning. So I am Stan DeCosta, for those who do not know me. I am the Director of Campus Services. I'm sure most of you know who I am. A little bit about myself, again, if you don't know. I am a licensed nursing home administrator. Originally from Connecticut, I moved to Florida in October of 2020, so I've been here going on 3 years now. And I've been here at John Knox since December of 2021. I am the Director of Campus Services, and what that means is that I am responsible for transportation, security, resident services, including activities, fitness, and spiritual life, dining services, housekeeping, and laundry. Thank you. So we're going to start with transportation, and basically what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go through some fun facts with some numbers of some data from 2022 and what each department kind of accomplished during that time and things like that. So beginning with transportation. Transportation is provided for the residents here at John Knox. The department's led by Monica Collier. We have 11 drivers that transport the residents 7 days a week. Some of those drivers are CDL drivers because our buses require a CDL license for them. On average, our vans drive about 9,767 miles a month, while our buses drive about 380 a month. They carry an average of 1,443 ambulatory residents and an additional 163 residents who are in wheelchairs. Twice a week, there is a planned shopping trips that go to Walmart, Publix, and Kohl's. Transportation also provides inter-village transportation, transportation to churches and physicians' offices, and they also provide transportation for resident services and activities, so they go to theaters and things like that. Residents can also request transportation to go to bring them to the airport or to a cruise terminal. So they spend some time doing that as well. In 2022, transportation provided 21,128 trips. May was the highest month of the year with 1,970 trips, and August was the lowest month with 1,429. I know the slide is a little difficult for you to read, but it just kind of breaks it down in a graph. Security. The security department is led by Stephen Plimpton. There are currently 15 employees in the department. Security is typically the first to respond to a resident incident on the campus. These incidents can include medical responses, falls, smoke alarms, motor vehicle incidents, and resident assist. Residents have access to pull cords and pendants to activate if they need security to respond. And I'll also add that the pull cord in the unit also acts as a monitor. So if residents do not pass by that pull cord station in the unit, it will trigger that someone needs to do a wellness check to make sure that everyone is okay. We run a report each day to see who has not gone by that device. On average each month, they respond to 66 calls. Out of those 66 calls, there are 29 medical, 5 smoke alarms, 22 falls, 2 motor vehicle incidents, and 6 resident assists. So that could be getting locked out of the unit, even as simple as helping a resident bring in their groceries, security's been called to do. So they're quite busy. Their response times. So on 7 to 3, the average response time is 2.14 minutes. On 3 to 11, it's 3.23 minutes. On 11 to 7, it's 3.55 minutes. 11 to 7 in 2021 was around 9 minutes. So that has greatly improved from 2021 to now. And part of the reason for that is that we added an additional security officer on the 11 to 7 shift. Prior to that, there were 2 officers working, and and you'll see, I think in the next slide, that obviously on 11 to 7 there are less calls than during the day and 3 to 11, but when a call would come in on 11 to 7, it would require that they lock up a gatehouse and sometimes have to go and get the nurse from either Majestic Oaks or Oakview Suites, which added to that time. So adding the additional security officer on 11 to 7 has greatly improved that response time. Currently, security, they have 1 security officer in Gatehouse 1, which is at Veterans Memorial, and then 1 in the gatehouse at Trafford Avenue, which is Gatehouse 2. And then there's 1 patrolling officer that patrols the village on each shift. Next is resident services. The pandemic took resident services and activities to a complete halt. Those of you who have been here since then kind of remember what has happened. Residents were in their homes and not participating in activities. As we emerged and focused on a new sense of normalcy, it has given us an opportunity to reevaluate resident services. Candace DiGiovanni is the leader of resident services, and she does a phenomenal job. And I'm not just saying that because she's sitting here in the room, but I think everyone can agree on that. She's been here at John Knox for 12 years. She started in food service as a server before transferring to resident services assistant, and most recently, before becoming the resident services coordinator, she was in marketing as the marketing communications assistant. Her knowledge in both resident services, and I don't know how to get this to go down, so forgive me. So her knowledge in both resident services and communications makes her a great fit for the position. She has really, in this past year, it's almost been a year that she's been in this role, has really brought back resident services and continues to make it grow. So activities that have been brought back since the pandemic are pet events and socials, in-house entertainment, off-campus entertainment, nature walkers, monthly themed crafts, and mall shopping. And then activities that are newly added include additional theaters, Bay Street Players, Ice House Theater, the Brannan Center in New Smyrna Beach are a couple of those theaters. Resident-led discussion groups, farmer markets throughout Volusia County, chefs cook-off, different themes monthly, like I know that they did a chili one, and then murder mystery dinner party. This slide I know is very difficult to read. I just wanted to give you an idea of what our reoccurring calendar looks like. The slide is an example of our current resident-led activities throughout the village. Some examples are tennis, line dancing, both men's and women's ping pong, shuffleboard, billiards, trivia, bingo, and much more. Resident fitness, Talina does a great job. I'm sorry, I skipped the slide. My apologies. So here's some facts about activities. Number of on-campus activities. In June of 2022, there was 511, July 778, August 457, September 332, October 689, November 287, and in December 1022, with a total of 4,076 activities. In 2023 so far, we've had 1,000 in January, 362 in February, and we're still counting the March activities. And the number of off-campus activities in 2022 were 193 in June, 167 in July, 173 in August, 193 in September, 115 in October, 149 in November, and 394 in December. And so far this year, January we had 261, and in February 242, a total of 503. Attendance. Thank you, Candace. Sorry for not making that clear. That is the number of residents that attended those activities. Okay, so resident fitness. Talina does a great job with this. She has increased her average classes from 5 to 8 from 2021 to 2022. Each month, she does an average of 876 residents participating in those classes. Classes are held in both the Center Fitness Center and the Valencia Clubhouse Fitness Center. She's added new classes in 2023 that include the Senior Drum Fit class, which I understand is doing very well, and I still have yet to get up there to actually observe one, but I am really interested in doing so. And then personal training is something that Talina's kind of committed a lot of time to in 2023. She's working one-on-one with a lot of residents and getting them to meet their fitness goals. Spiritual life. Chaplain Ray is responsible for leading the spiritual life. He does our weekly Vespers program. He contacts with local ministries to, and invites ministers to JKV to assist with the service of the Vespers. Residents participate in either Vespers choir or the men's choir. Vespers is televised on JKV Channel 3, JKV TV that is, as well as live audience here in the Barker Center. The choir group also practices each week before the service. Chaplain Ray also does 2 services at MO each Sunday and is available to Oakview Suites. He's doing, I believe, one service there at Oakview Suites each week. And there are several prayer groups that happen each month on the campus. Food services. So this by far is the largest department that I have. We employ about 80 staff members who fill the roles of sous chef, cooks, bakers, salad prep, dishwashers, and servers. Annually, food service will serve close to 200,000 meals throughout their dining venues. The dining venues include Cranes, Bay, Oak Tree Grill, Valencia Landing Clubhouse, and the Bistro, which we have yet to be able to open. The Cranes Kitchen supports and contributes to most of the prep work for all of the dining venues, except for anything that comes out of Valencia Landing. They have their own full kitchen up there, and they provide all the prep there themselves. The Cranes Kitchen also provides meals for pickup and delivery, and Oakview Suites Assisted Living. Raven, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because I say it incorrect all the time, but Chef Raven leads the back of the house, and Dem Nguyen I can actually say her name. She's sitting in here because she said she was going to. She leads the front of the house. Most recently, Dem has been promoted to general manager. So she has always been the dining room manager, and we have just promoted her to general manager. And basically what that means is Dem is responsible for all of the serving functions that happen throughout John Knox Village, and that includes Oakview Suites and the Scoop. So she is the person that is responsible for the employees that serve the food in Oakview Suites, and she's responsible for the employees in the Scoop. We all know that Dem is a tremendous, I don't know how she does it, to be honest with you, incredible worker. She just gives her all to everything, and it's a well-deserved promotion for her. One of the things that really strikes me is she can jump in no matter where it is. And she assists Chef Raven at times when he's struggling with production workers in the back of the house. She will jump in and work in the grill as a cook. She's worked the line in cranes, and she really takes control. And so part of her role is that in the absence of Chef Raven, she is able to take lead of both the front and the back of the house. So just moving on. In Sandhill Cranes, the dining room is located on the second floor of the Commons. Number of meals served from that dining room in 2022 was 42,522 meals. It offers 22 menu items, which include a changing weekly salad, weekly vegetarian item, and a daily special. Examples of the menu include chicken piccata, pork tenderloin medallions, crispy half duck, pan-seared Maryland crab cakes, and planked salmon. Cranes is open Monday through Saturday from 12 to 7 and on Sunday from 12 to 5. Oak Tree Grill, by far our most busiest dining venue that we have. In 2022, we sold 77,058 meals, averaging over 210 meals a day. There are some days when I'm looking at some of the reports that come in that we're serving between 250 and 260 in there. Taco Tuesday is one of those days. We all know that Taco Tuesday is a very busy day there. The grill offers 5 breakfast entrees, 3 which are available all day, 17 lunch and dinner items. One of those is a daily meal special that rotates each day. There's soup, chili, salads that are included with the daily special and entrees. Food of the day and beverages also included with the daily special. The grill is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. and then on Sunday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Bay Dining Room. As we all know, Bay is currently closed, and that is purely because we cannot meet the residents' needs and expectations when it pertains to staffing if we kept that dining venue open. We've had to move the chef and the servers to other dining venues to be able to more efficiently serve the residents. And we hope to open Bay back up within the next few weeks. I don't want to give a date because if I don't meet that date, I will hear a lot about that. So Bay is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 2 for lunch and then 4 to 7 for dinner. Bay Dining is home to different cuisines such as Italian and Mexican, which we had just started before we closed it. The Scoop averages sales in 2022 were 125,000. It's open 7 days a week from 9 to 5. It's a retail shop that's open to our residents and employees and is known for their ice cream and giant cookies. The Scoop also has grab-and-go sandwiches and salads and offers 2 hot entrees daily. The store also sells household items such as toiletries, laundry detergent, snacks, bread, milk, and stamps. Treetop Lounge, the average sales in 2022 was $97,000. It supports Crane's Dining Room, Bay Dining Room, and Oak Tree Grill. The lounge is home to a variety of resident activities such as the annual Super Bowl party, the Kentucky Derby, neighborhood luncheons, and private events such as birthday parties. Entertainment is provided almost daily by residents, which includes karaoke, trivia, and live music. Pickup and delivery. When the pandemic started and the CDC recommended that communal dining and curbside and delivery became our means to serve the residents at JKV. Curbside continues today for our residents. In the surge of Omicron last year, there were weeks that we were serving 1,600 meals throughout pickup and delivery. And we served 57,755 meals through pickup and delivery in 2022. We serve approximately 70 meals a day. And when we think about, is there a time to stop pickup and delivery because it wasn't intended to be part of our dining program? It's a difficult decision with serving that many meals each day. So we have kept it open. I cannot guarantee that it'll remain open indefinitely, but for the unforeseen future, it will remain. The process for curbside is that residents will order on the portal or call, place their order, and then food service will put the order together and have it ready for curbside pickup. The menu consists of usually a daily entree option that rotates each day, and then a weekly vegetarian, salad, and sandwich. Okay, and the vegetarian option, the salad, and the sandwich remain the same for the entire week. The Clubhouse at Valencia Landing offers a fine dining restaurant and lounge on the 2nd floor. The dining venue opened in March of 2022. Number of meals served, it's missing off of here, hold on. And it's missing off of there. And I apologize for that. Anybody who's interested in the number of meals served at Valencia, I will get that for you. But I did not put it in there. My guess is it's going to be around, because it's only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it's going to be around maybe between 8,000 and 12,000 meals in the year. So I will get that fact for you if you are looking for it. Reservations are required for the venue. The menu offers 14 entrees, 6 appetizers, and 2 signature soups. The soups are lobster bisque and French onion. Bang Bang shrimp and seared sesame crusted ahi tuna are a couple of the appetizers, and some entrees are the tomahawk beef chop, pan-seared scallops, and twin lobster tail, and braised short ribs. Again, they're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. Yes? Great, and you are correct. We did ask Chef James to come up with a special each week, and so he has been doing that, and those specials are communicated by the server when they go in. I do not believe they've been posted on our portal yet. So we wanted to see how well that would do there before we kind of make it a normal thing. Okay, so I'm glad to know that you're enjoying that. Housekeeping. There are about 22 full-time employees in housekeeping. They ensure that our residents' homes and common areas of the campus are kept clean. The laundry and housekeeping manager is Brian Schumann. Housekeeping supervisor is Tracy Tift. They generally work Monday through Friday. We do have a housekeeper that is here on the weekends, but they are just doing common areas in the commons primarily. On a monthly average, they clean about 675 units. This includes apartments, cottages, and villas. They will, when they're cleaning, they will dust, vacuum, mop floors, and clean the kitchens and bathrooms. We also do annual cleanings, and on a monthly average, there are 36 of those done. Those annual cleanings are done by an outside contractor, and they do a little bit deeper cleaning than what our normal housekeeping staff does each week, or every 2 weeks. So they will do high areas, blinds. They will also have carpets cleaned if you have a carpeted home, and they do get in the crevices that typically the housekeepers wouldn't do every 2 weeks. Kind of like almost like a spring cleaning type thing. And then laundry. I was saying earlier today, I enjoy this slide the most because laundry is a department that many of you don't get to interact with the employees and or see what's actually happening. So on an average, they will do about 1,500 pounds of laundry a day. That's quite a bit of laundry. Laundry is led by the housekeeping and laundry manager, Brian Schumann, and Lori Payne is the laundry supervisor. They operate 7 days a week, and they provide services to our residents in Majestic Oaks, Oakview Suites, as well as some special services to independent living upon request. For Majestic Oaks, they produce the most amount of laundry. On average each month, it's about 32,678 pounds. That's a lot of laundry. So they also provide laundry services to Oakview Suites, food services, the beauty parlor, and other departments as needed. And that is the end. So I will take any questions that anybody has.
Hi, good morning. I think we all agree that a promotion for Dean was long overdue. The question is, there must be open positions under her that are, I would hope anyways, being considered. It would seem like there should at least be other people of support and who is filling the former position that she held. Is anything being done there, or is anybody being groomed to pick up the slack in that regard?
So yes, there are open positions for the assistant dining room managers that we are currently trying to fill. Most recently, I have developed a relationship with UCF, Rosen College of Hospitality, to try to see if we can recruit some either interns or actual employees through that college. So this is, when I say most recently, it's within the last week that I've started to develop a relationship with them with that. So we are working to try to fill those vacant positions.
Thank you for a really good presentation, Stan. This is probably not within your purview, but something for JKB administration to think about. As Valencia Landing gets closer to completion and occupancy, I think there are a lot of us that have gardening questions, and we have no idea what we're supposed to do, whether we make off-the-cuff arrangements on our own, or we try and pilfer potting soil from the people who are planting trees, or what. So in future presentations, if that could be covered, it would be appreciated.
Sure, I can bring that suggestion forward. I can also tell you that Mark Otto is the Director of Facilities, and he oversees grounds, and Kevin Culligan is the grounds supervisor. So if you have questions or requests that you would like, you could reach out to either one of those gentlemen and put those requests in.
I want to thank you for your presentation. I'm amazed every time I see the security part of it that someone is at your house in 3 minutes or less. If you pull that ripcord or need help, your neighbor couldn't even come over in 3 minutes or less. I think that's phenomenal. It's something that John Knox Village has, and I'm not too sure a lot of people have that, but it's sure reassuring to know that in 3 minutes or less, a security person and a nurse will be at your house.
Also, in reference to security, what is the policy for trespassers on the John Knox property?
So obviously we do not want trespassers on the policy, on the property. And basically without pulling up the policy and reading it, if there is someone trespassing, we're going to ask them to leave. If they do not leave, we will call the police and have them trespassed off the property. Any other questions?
With Bay being closed and the stress on the parking lot up by the grill, I find there's no place to park when I come in with my golf cart. I have to take a regular parking spot.
And you're speaking the parking lot at 300 Trafford by the grill? Okay. I can talk with Mark about that. Perhaps we could make additional golf cart parking over there. I do recognize, especially on busier days and at certain times, that the spots allocated for golf carts over there are completely full. Any other questions? Everyone knows where my office is. My door is always open. If you have a concern or just want to stop by and discuss something, please do so.